welcome back to my channel. Speaking to John Santamall. We're doing a video because we're in December to teach some people who are breaking the law what it's going to be like if you miss Christmas because you're in prison, you know what I mean? And it might give you second thought on some of the bad stuff you might be planning on doing, or if you're doing bad stuff, it might make you take a break and at least let the holidays pass. You don't have to spend your Christmas in prison or in jail, you know, waiting to go to prison. So this is what we did. I spent 9 or 10 of them or some shit like that Christmases in prison. So you know, I had my experience. I had good and bad experiences. I remember I was in Mount McGregor. They closed it. It's same property as Grant, you know, the war veteran from back in the day, the Andrew Grant. Like, it was the Civil War. It was like Grant. It was his cabin's on that property. I seen his cabin. They closed it down. You know what I mean? They closed the minimum down a long time ago when they closed all the minimums down, but they closed even that medium down while I was there. They did it one day when I went to court. I went to serve the caustic box. I made the video, and they said, "You got court next week, Santamall?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't." Like, "You sure?" I'm like, "No, I'm not sure now." "Now what?" I gave them my did, and they're like, "Yeah, you got court next week." You know, I told you all about that, but I left that spot and went back to the county jail, got another 5 years added to my bid, came back to them, and they were closing it. You know what I mean? That wound me up in Walkill, which was an amazing place, but I didn't last long because there was nothing but rats. Nothing but rats. But there, I was there for Thanksgiving, and there, believe it or not, we got a box of 12, you know, a full box, like a real store-bought box of Fraunhofer donuts, 2 of each flavor brand, like cinnamons, chocolates, you know, like just all the flavors. We've got every inmate got a box of 12, you know, full box, unopened, of 12 Fraunhofer donuts, a pint of Panda Paw ice cream, which is like a commissary favorite. You know what I mean? It's Panda Paw, it's peanut butter and chocolate and stuff like that, ice cream, a pint, you know, that came with it. We got a bunch of cans of soda and a bunch of cookies, you know, and the meal, which was amazing. You know, it was like these turkey pieces, you know, chicken pieces, like cutlets, and like we had a piece of like a half of like a whatever it is, chicken or turkey. I can't fucking tell what they are, but it was great. It was the best meal I ever had when I was like locked up, because I think they were closing and the ILC was so good. They were like, "Yo, fuck it, let's just spend whatever money we have." But let me go back to Christmas now. You know, Christmas is rough. That's sometimes a lot of fights happen during Christmas because people don't got like family, and they see everybody else getting packages like Christmas gifts, you know, which is just the regular shit you can get in packages anyway. It's usually 35 pounds is your package limit per month of food. I mean, you can get 1,000 pounds of clothes as long as you fit in the amount you're allowed to have. But the food, it's 35 pounds a month. You can get 12 pounds and the rest pounds, you know, 2 packages a month. Or, you know, you can only get 2 packages of food, and they have to, whatever it equals, as long as it don't pass 35, that's it. You can get half and then half, you know, or 10 pounds and then 25 pounds, you know, but in the same month. But you can't pass 35. But for Christmas, some of the package officers are nicer, and they'll let you go to 40, 45, you know, depending on who you are, depending on whatever officer's there, you know what I mean? So that's cool, you know. And some people would see that. They would be seeing these individuals getting a lot of, you know, the new shoes, a nice shower, can't think of the word, whatever you put on when you get out of a shower. It's like, it has like a hood and it's warm, a shower thing, you know. And some of these motherfuckers too got brand names like Gucci, like some of the, you know, big drug dealers, they got these Gucci brand stuff. And, you know, you can't have symbols, but, you know, the tag, you know, they got it where it fit the regulation. And you know, they'd see everybody getting that stuff, and they had nobody in their family. Maybe they burnt their bridges by robbing their own family, or not coming through for their wives, like letting their kids starve meanwhile they were smoking crack. Whatever the case is, you know, or maybe their family died, you know, whatever the case is. Or maybe they just didn't have the money, the family, and they were in their lives with letters and stuff like that. But you know, sometimes we get them pissed, and you know, sometimes they, I guess, get jealous and they would want to fight, and they would start a fight with a guy that had a whole bunch of stuff. So they'll both be in the box. The guy don't get to enjoy his own stuff, and he's in the box for Christmas. So you gotta watch out. You can't act too, like, you're saying, look what my family got me. You can't be like too rambunctious about stuff you get. Just keep to yourself, keep to your small circle, and you'll be fine. I never had the problem anyway. Like, I'm not a rambunctious guy, and whatever I got. And I never hit my family up for crazy shit. Most of the holidays, I just say, oh, let me get some food, some good stuff. We're gonna cook a Christmas dinner and stuff like that, other than what they offer you. But what they did in Christmas, it depends on where you are. Sometimes they give you a nice big piece of cake, whatever cake, pound cake, crumb cake, whatever cake they make, a big piece, like a good, not the regular state stuff that they give you, little pieces of cake that are like with icing and, like a real cake, what I mean? Oh, those are real too, the regular mess hall stuff, but like some special shit. They'd give you just a good meal, like a good chicken parm meal, like something good. They would cook you something good, and that'd be for lunch. And what they would do is when you walk out the door, there would be also an inmate, with a seal right there, an inmate giving you a brown paper bag, like a lunch bag where you bring to school when you're in school. But it'd be filled with like sandwiches and stuff like that, because they didn't want you to come back. Because officers like, don't come back. There's your food for dinner. You ate a great lunch. And if you get hungry, there you go. You get like 2 or 3 sandwiches and like a Coke and some cookies and stuff like that. So they fed you good. They did feed you good. But inmate-wise, the inmates, they made it that day. Like they would make hooch like 3 weeks before they would start it. You all know how to make the hooch. You get the jug, it's airtight. You make it airtight. You don't have to put a bag around it and then screw the cap on. The protein jugs, they would use it, or just a bag, garbage bag, and they kept tying it, and they would burp the garbage bag. Sometimes it would just smell like alcohol. Like if SEALs did the walk, they'd be smelling it, but they couldn't find it because even if they opened the locker, a lot of people hid it under the big locker. That was a good spot to hide stuff because the SEALs wouldn't want to do all that. Like lift up, you only had like this much room, so the bag would wind up being flat and open, so you'd have to leave a lot of room, but it happened. It was hooch. We had hooch, and I got drunk off hooch before, bro. And it's very sugary and very sweet, so you get a hangover, bad hangover from it. But you do get drunk. I know what it feels like getting drunk off regular hooch, And the clear, if you get it to be clear, it's like that's the alcohol part, the other part's the sugary and the juice part, whatever. But and everybody would get high. That'd be when like everybody was smoking deuce and people be looking out for each other. Yo, you got deuce? Nah, man, I don't got nothing. Yo, come on, man, come on this one. This one's on us. You come with us. You in a cipher. All right, let's go. And there'd be like fucking 6 people in the fucking last tall ball store, just hovered in, for the cops. You don't want to make it hot. And they'd be passing around like 3 sticks for 6 people. So you'd be holding in a hit and getting another stick. Then you have to blow out and suck in, the hit, and then hold it in and taking it. It was great with drugs, and Suboxone, everybody buying Suboxone. Suboxone was going. Sometimes people tried to charge more because they knew people had more money and they were being like a little greedy. But then you had the real official people that would just be like, sometimes they would just give 16ths away, which were like 2 pouch bags. And you can get right off that, You put in the cap. I already explained. You put in the cap, let it dissolve, and then you sniff the cap of your state toothpaste, So 16 was good, But they were starting to give, they would give the millies for 2 pouches instead. They were just looking out, And a lot of us, we put the money together. It would be Westies, but they would also take food right on the wood. It depends on who you're dealing with. There's plenty of dealers in prison, but you'd buy like a strip and just fuck it. Today's Christmas, cut the strip up between the like 3 of us. So each got like a third, not more than a quarter. You got a third, and you just keep doing a piece, to keep yourself up for that day. A little piece for yourself to wake up the next day so you didn't feel like shit. It was good. It was good considering where you were. It wasn't good. This is the best. And I want to tell you all that are watching this, being home for Christmas, no matter how bad you think you have it, even if you don't get nothing, even if you get only a cup like this with cold juice in it or hot cocoa from your family. Mine's got juice in it, that's why I said it. Then it's way better than being in prison and getting a whole 35-pound food package and getting high on all these things and people looking out for you. This is way better. Trust me. Trust me. No matter how happy you see the people when you're in prison, because they got everything they asked for, like shoes, maybe some sweats, champion stuff, and they got a fifth, 2 quarters, for $25 instead of $25 for 1 quarter. They got 2 quarters, they're happy, they're looking out. You're happier here. This is the place to be. This is the place for everybody to be. You don't want to be upstate for your holidays, So that's pretty much what it is. You ate good that day, as far as prison goes. You ate good. You got to take to your dorm bag of food to eat for dinner. If you didn't have stuff to cook for dinner, which I always did, either myself or my small circle, I kept the right circle, you know what I mean? Like, not because I'm a user, I was able to have, so I didn't want to have, I look out, I was a barber, like you see I cut my own hair, like I was a barber in every dorm I was, black, white, Spanish, doesn't matter, curly hair, straight hair, I cut everybody's hair and I made a lot of money doing that, and there was plenty of people that were broke that just looked like crap. They were like weird looking, like I know they weren't getting girls and they might have been a little old and walk a little funny and they dress dirty and they look dirty, they don't shower. I cut their hair for free. I look out, make them feel good about themselves to hopefully put them in the shower because they just got a haircut. So they would shower, they would put on their better clothing, people would compliment them. That might bring up their like self-esteem and make them want to like take care of themselves better. So I would do my thing. I would look out for people and I would do that before the holidays, clean everybody up because if everybody had visits for around that time or that time, depending on, visits, I'd clean them up. Give them the fucking ill-ass lineup, if they already had their cut. And hold on 1 second, let me put this on pause. All right, it was only a second, not even a second for you. It was like, immediate. My pizza was done. I was cooking pizza in the oven. But, yeah, this is where you want to be. So if you're planning on committing crime, or if you do commit crime, just be careful around the month of December. Because you don't want to be in the regular county jail where everybody's getting ROR'd every day or every 3 days. And and you're looking at 5 or 7 years. I went through that a few times, when I had to come back to court and I was already a state inmate, and these guys, my bunkies were leaving and complaining, I gotta be here 2 days and then I gotta get ROR, this is crazy, I don't know what to do. And I'm looking at another 5 more years added to what I've already done and am doing, I wanted to kill them all, so you don't want to be in that situation. And if you do want to be in the situation, I just described to you what you're going to deal with. Everybody's kind of a little more friendly. You get the 1 or 2 people that are kind of like jealous in a bad way, like looking for a reason to, be a dick and start a fight so you both wind up in a box because he's got nothing to lose. So he's going to make you lose what you got, because people usually steal from you when you go to the box. I never had that happen to me. I have people I always look out for my locker right away. When they find I'm going to the box, they stand there and wait till that shit gets packed, or they'll pack it for me. I never once got robbed, but I've seen it. Some people gotten everything they owned took, and the only thing they left it was their state stuff. And if they had blues, any prisoners know what the blues are. Blues are the older outfits. They had a blue tint. We wear green, like I'm talking about, like Christmas tree green, but like there's still some blues left, and people would sell the blues. You can get a brick for a pair of pants of blues. A brick is a pack of Newport, so they would steal even your state clothes if you had blues. Like, I seen people with a bag after, this seal packed up for them. Meanwhile, they probably had 4 bags worth of shit before 4 motherfuckers got to that shit. So do what you got to do, at least for the month of December. Be around the loved ones, whether it be you only got a mom, only got a dad, only got a daughter, only got a brother, only got a sister, an aunt, a grandma. If you only got nobody but yourself, at least love yourself in an environment that's better than prison. So that's my video on prison, you know what I mean, and what it's like during Christmas. And I hope that stops anybody from committing these crimes around this month. You know what I mean? Like, wait till January if you're going to have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's perfect. Prime example, nobody's perfect. So, and if you're on parole, you don't want to get violated around this time too. I mean, with the COVID, I've yet to report yet since I've been home since March, but I still talk to my parole officer. I leave a message once a month. She calls, she checks on me. You know, everything's good, but you know, with this COVID, shit's crazy. But I'll probably be making another video tomorrow or later about something about Oculus, but I did promise this. I did try out this new opening. I hope my openings are better than my original types of openings, you know, because if they are, like, those work better, I'll start doing that where I can change the title name and I can change names and icons and stuff. I'll learn more on how to use it. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I'm going to have more videos before Christmas, so it's not going to say happy holidays yet because it's beginning of December. We still got a way to go, but stay in that Christmas spirit and treat others how you would like to be treated at all times. You know, if you see someone that doesn't have, and you're in the street and you're able to help them, maybe help them. That's good karma. You know, I've done stuff, and good stuff has happened to me later. Now, it might be coincidental, but I put that to karma. You know what I mean? I've done some nice things. People have done nice things to me too. So I don't want to make this video too long because I do want to watch I want to have everybody watch it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope this video looks better because I'm on my new Galaxy. I got myself a new Galaxy. So, all right, everybody take care. I'll see you next video.